A few hours ago, OpenCore Legacy Patcher released a new update, version 2.4.1. In this video, I will guide you through the new features and explain why they are important. A few days ago, I mentioned that the OCLP team had posted 4 new updates on their beta version page. I already warned you that if you are currently running or planning to install macOS Tahoe on an unsupported Mac, you should avoid those 4 updates, as they are not compatible with Tahoe. The team is actively developing OpenCore version 3.0.0 specifically for macOS Tahoe, which is listed on the beta page under the label OS Next. If you would like to learn more, I have included links to my previous videos in the description. Today's release, version 2.4.1, is primarily a bug fix update that improves support for macOS 15.5 and includes several general enhancements. Here are the key highlights. Apple Pay fix. Some users with T1 chip Macs running macOS 15.5 experienced issues with Apple Pay, where authentication via Touch ID or the secure chip would either fail or crash. This update addresses the problem, ensuring that Apple Pay functions correctly on these machines. Karatha erroring fix. Older Macs with a T1 chip were facing crashes in the authentication system process on macOS 14.4 and later. This caused difficulties with logins, password prompts, and security checks. The new update resolves these issues, restoring normal authentication behavior. Older Macs equipped with only USB 1.1 ports were unable to use USB webcams in macOS 15 and later versions. This issue has now been resolved, and those cameras should function properly again. The graphical interface of OCLP was using more CPU power than necessary, even when idle, which could lead to increased fan activity or faster battery drain. With this update, the GUI is now much more efficient, consuming less CPU power and energy. The graphical interface of OCLP was using more CPU power than necessary, even when idle, which could lead to increased fan activity or faster battery drain. With this update, the GUI is now much more efficient, consuming less CPU power and energy. If you would like to view the full changelog, please scroll down and click on the arrow. Switch installer source to AppleDB. In the past, the list of macOS installers within OpenCore sometimes contained missing or incorrect versions, including wrong build numbers or mismatched sizes. Now, OCLP retrieves installers directly from AppleDB, a reliable and community-maintained database that is updated promptly. This ensures that the list of macOS versions is always accurate and current. Overall, version 2.4.1 may not introduce any flashy new features, but it does provide important fixes and optimizations that enhance the stability and reliability of OpenCore Legacy Patcher, especially for those running macOS 15.5 on older Macs. If you have not downloaded it yet, you can go to the Assets section to grab the full OpenCore installer. If you already have OCLP installed, you'll see a notification about the new version as soon as you run it or when it launches automatically. From there, you can easily update it directly. And this is the recommended method for updating OpenCore Legacy Patcher. That is it for today's update. If you would like to see more videos about OpenCore Legacy Patcher, macOS updates, and tips for older Macs, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next update.